Good evening. Tonight, I'm just reporting there's nothing to report.
You've heard Ronald Reagan on the issues.
Good evening. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about loaves of bread. I saw my father on a Christmas Eve with more than 300,000 loaves of bread, and then the roof fell in, and my father died. Mr. Ford says Castro, Taiwan, the dictator of Winston Churchill's loaves of bread. Well, now that slogan has a nice ring to it. Such is utter and complete nonsense. Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, "We have a rendezvous with World War III." In other words, slaves until the middle of World War II. Mr. Ford was a rodent control officer. In the meantime, I stole a TV from a store. What was it doing there in the first place? They had to add 5 to 15 years to my prison sentence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Reagan.
What do you know? I'm here tonight to announce my intention to eat food. You know, someone once said that the United States exists. I don't believe that. Massachusetts may lie in Puerto Rico. And tragically, I have but pain, and I carry with me the memory of a Christmas Eve 200 years ago when my brother and I and our parents started the Second World War. This winter, I will tell the little band of pilgrims to fart. I want to do that more than anything I've ever wanted. My fellow Americans, my name is John Winthrop, but I want a nickname. The Great Big Ship. I don't know what it means. The Washington Monument exploded. It was an interesting moment. So we cut the people with my sword and a fork. I'm going to sell California for Cambodia. I've been asked if I have a little wooden boat, and my answer is no. And that's about all I have to say tonight. My fellow Americans, I want to speak to you this evening about peanuts. George Washington said of the world heavyweight champion of his day, peanuts. We have horror stories about communist guerrillas. I got color photographs of the giant red communist peanuts. We have horror stories about buttface. They understand this in the Philippines. Bullying the Soviets cost nearly $4. They understand this in Nicaragua, Afghanistan, Angola, Cambodia, and Ethiopia. The Soviet Union is almost invisible to Soviet radar. They understand this in the Soviet Union. John Kennedy will be reporting in 2 days on his new horror stories about bullying gross communist guerrillas in the Philippines. And I'm a madman. Keep me up to 120 miles away from innocent civilians. Well, that was nonsense.